This time on 818 Custom Garage, we've got the Limitless V2 build. So you've seen our infraction videos that we've been doing. They're awesome, having fun with that. So really, we've got 3 different builds going on for this speed piece, right? The infractions are basher, all around, have fun, fast. The idea is, 100 miles an hour, still be able to stay cool and go bash and, beat it up. This is our Limitless V2. I had a chassis, had a few other parts. So this is gonna be pretty much a perfect pass build. We got all the perfect pass carbon. And I've been trying to decide. I've got the spare XLX2 kind of used. And then I've got a new Mamba Monster X 8S, same setup for the as the infraction. So trying to decide as we go through this which way I'm gonna go. But stay tuned. I got a whole bunch of other parts. I gotta assemble this whole chassis. I got all the screws and everything. So this is basically gonna be a complete build. We're gonna set you up on speeding this thing through. I'll keep the camera on. We'll knock out this whole build. We'll get the chassis all set up, and then we'll decide what are we gonna do. I've got a line on another motor too, so we'll see if that works. But stay tuned. See how we're gonna build this Limitless V2 up. It may be more of a drag setup. I don't know. That's what we were kind of thinking for this thing. So follow along. Hope you enjoy it. Man, look at that rain. It's been raining a lot. It's California, Southern California, so we can use the rain. It's been good. So let me show you. Limitless V2, you can see what we're going with. We got that XLX2, and I came up on the 1100 kV. This thing's not new, neither is that XLX2. So this is a pretty good budget build, Had to build up this whole chassis, every screw, figuring everything out. So super cool. But this isn't bolted down or anything yet completely. So we'll show you kind of how I did the XLX2 mount. I did find a couple little tricks to give you enough space, because you've got 2 entrances on your receiver box. You got one here, but that's usually for an antenna, and I'm going to run dual antenna again, like we did on the infraction. And then you got an entrance kind of down in there. Well, if you get this XLX2 too close, you can't feed the wire through to it, and you can't loop the wire from the servo in there either. So kind of show you how I did that. So you gotta, in order to get it to sit back pretty far, I shaved down. There's like a raised section here. You can see it right there. There's a raised section right there as well. And I just shave that down nice and smooth. And then when this thing's in here, like so, see, everything fits. It's nice and close, but everything still fits. You can still use the strap. Might be good if I actually put it in there exactly right. So yeah, super cool. On the receiver box, it got the stock has these little nubs that stick up. You got to trim those off, all 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and trim this back a little bit too to let it sit in there. But it's pretty straightforward. So what we'll do, and then I mark and drill 4 new holes to actually mount the ESC on there. A lot of people just dual lock these things, and that's probably plenty. That's just not my style. So I actually use the screw mounts, and I'm going to double stick tape it. So I'm going to double stick tape and screw it on there. This thing will be in there solid. So if I ever have a crash, the ESC shouldn't come flying out. Hopefully save it. I like to be able to use the double strap too on the batteries to hopefully keep them in if I ever crash too. So I was going to time lapse the whole build, but man, that did not work out well. We had a little bit of technical difficulties on it. So what I'm going to show you is, we got, like I said, full perfect pass build. Nice castle setup. We got the perfect pass side carbon on there. We've got all this put together. This is pretty straightforward. It's just, it took forever? Let's try to find out which screw goes where. Because, I had a whole bowl of screws. I think I still got a second bowl with some other screws. Yeah. Of like, which one's which? So I went and built up each module. So we got the front splitter and support. Man, check that out. That carbon is so nice. Beautiful, perfect pass. Fits excellent. So we got the front splitter section. Put that there. We've got the front suspension and steering section module. We've got our perfect pass springs, perfect pass front shock mount, front shock tower. Beautiful, beautiful. Man, fits so nice. We've got our perfect pass top plate. We've got our perfect pass outer steering arms. And we've got the perfect pass, see if we can see it, the Ackerman arm in there too. So we've got everything set up on here. Yes, sir. Doing a little video on the Limitless.
But can you unknot my shoe?
Oh yeah, I can unknot your shoe if you bring it to me. Yeah, so this thing went together super clean. Like I said, it's just figuring out where every single screw goes, you know. So I had to take my time to go, you know, figure that out. But man, these perfect pack springs are super nice. The Limitless V2 springs are on the Infraction because they're a little bit stiffer than the original Infraction. So we've got front module.
It's this one.
Okay. I gotta get there's a knot in there? Oh yeah, there's a knot in there. So we gotta do that next, huh? And then, wait, you got some other shoes on though. Huh?
These are basketball shoes.
They're basketball shoes?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go play basketball right now? What do you think? Should you go play basketball right now? No. I think we'll pass, right?
I don't think I would just do it.
Yeah, you probably would do it, ding dong. Man, it's raining pretty good though. Ay, caramba.
One time the wave was like super hard one time.
Yeah?
And it was like, it felt like no drops were coming.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, these
So
guys.
I'm gonna try this.
Oh man. What? He's like a little turtle out there. Or like a little old lady. Man. So we got that front module. We got the rear module all done. Oh man, this thing is beautiful too. We got, so we're doing a set of perfect pass carbon shafts. So you can't fit the strut braces that come down to the chassis, you know, that, you know, comes here. So this is a scorched piece, just a spacer to eliminate that. And then we've got perfect pass shock tower. We've got, let's see, perfect pass springs. Perfect pass wing. I've already trimmed down the wing here too. We've got all that carbon wing in there. Did some nice, you know, double washers and everything. These are the 1-up super low profile aero washers. I love them. So man, this thing just came out excellent. Really happy with, you know, came out nice. It's ready to go. So we'll get that all set up on our chassis. We'll show you what all that looks like next. So, you know, like I said, finding out where every single little screw goes, you know, I don't have a schematic or anything to tell me anything. So I had to go kind of do a little bit of research, get one online, and then figure out the part number, and then go, okay, what length is that at? My caliper's out to measure screws, get them all lined up in the right place, and then was able to slam it all together. So just really happy. It came out really clean, man. The perfect pass carbon stuff, it is, I mean, it's awesome. You know, I did the M2C carbon on the Infraction. That stuff's great. You know, like I said, if you see my video, we had another video, you know, showing you all 3 different carbons from M2C, Perfect Pass, and Scorched. They are all excellent quality, all excellent parts. Really, really, really happy with them. The fit and finish is fantastic. So he is playing basketball in the rain, guys. He is a ding dong. He is the littlest of the ding dongs. Man, these guys are too funny. But yeah, okay, so we're gonna go get these all lined up and slammed on the chassis. We'll show you what that all looks like, and I'll show you a little bit on the ESC mounting, how I finish that off, and then we're gonna have this thing all together. Then we gotta figure out what color we're gonna paint it, guys. So we may do part 2. I might need your help on what color we paint this thing. Bang! Check that thing out. This thing came out super sweet. It looks awesome. So it's not done, you know, but I figured I'd just throw the body on there since we had it all together. Man, it's true. Once you have the modules built, it's just a couple, you know, screws, and it screws all together. So yeah, you're just bolting this on, bolting that on, and bolting that up on there, you know. So it's all together. We got a chassis. We've got our Perfect Pass carbon shaft with their titanium spool, and then we're getting a Perfect Pass servo. So we'll get that all. We'll get the receiver box all set up, and man, really happy. So I cut the front canards down, you know, trim them so they fit really good, just really low. Now, none of that's my idea. Same with the back. I go down to that last cut line just for aero. I suggest everybody go check out James McCoy, Raz Schifrin. They're awesome, you know, and the guys from Scorched. They've all been doing this stuff for a long time, and you know, I've been a fan watching and trying to learn for a couple years, and now finally got to the point where it's like, hey, I can afford to actually put something like this together, put a couple together. Actually, this one was put together with kind of some spare parts, stuff that I had laying around. You know, this one's more of a budget build. We got a used XLX2, a used 1100 kV castle system. So yeah, should be really nice. I think it'll be a really nice build. Like I said, may end up turning this into a drag build at one point. Thought about putting a center diff in it. I've got the Scorched titanium center shafts to fit a center diff on this car. So that may end up happening. But I think at first we're gonna set this all up, and then yeah, go on and get it. We're gonna set this all up, and man, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm gonna show you in part one how I set my XLX2 in the receiver box. So I'll do that real quick next, and then stay tuned for part two. So looks like a pair of twins almost. This is another V2 Limitless roller. This one actually was a brand new roller. So, but this has an infraction setup, you know, for the body and everything. So this is going to be an infraction. This is our infraction speed run truck. And this one's actually going to hopefully be faster than that Limitless is the plan. So you never know how everything works out, but wanted to show you. Since I've got a stock receiver box, nothing's been touched on this thing. In order to fit the XLX2 in there, right? Because it does fit, you know, up, everything fits up pretty close. I showed you earlier how I take and I trim down this section just right here. I trim that flat right there. And it just gives a little bit extra room because the XLX2 bumps out right there a little bit. So it gives it a little extra room. So for the XLX2 to get it to sit down low, I also trim these four nubs off, right? I trim all four of them flat. And the easiest way to do that is with I just use a little hacksaw blade, cuts right through them, then take your razor blade, trim it out a little bit, and you're good to go. And then I also, this one's already been done, you can kind of see, but this sticks out a little bit further. I trim it back a little bit, and then same over here as I trim that section back a little bit. And then honestly, it'll fit in there, and you can use your dual lock double stick tape and smack it in there, and it'll probably be just fine. I am just not that type of person, so you know, I told you the XLX2 has 4 mounting holes on the bottom. I use those mounting screws to hold it in, plus I'm going to use some dual stick tape too. So I take some, if you've watched any of my other videos with the DBXLs and stuff like that, I take some blue masking tape, put it on the bottom of the XLX2, poke the holes and trim it out, peel it off, and then you can stick it down on here and it marks you where your holes are. You can drill them out and you're good to go. It gets you really, really close. Sometimes you got to oblong a hole slightly, you know. Anyways, I plan to run a little flat stainless washer on these anyways underneath there. So I slotted that one. I had to slot this one hole up there. It just didn't come out well. But so and that'll get you in there. And then you can, this main wire can come along through here. It'll snake just through that hole, that slot, and then go in. I also am going to, oh no, good thing. This thing is so long. I'm going to trim it down, and I'll trim it down, trim the wires down, put a new connector on it, you know, so it's shortened up. Because I don't want to, there's going to be a bunch of stuff in here already. You know, you got your receiver, the Castle Link adapter, and you know, a lot of that stuff takes up room. And then if you're trying to wind up all this stuff inside there, oh man, it's a lot inside there. This is a pretty good size receiver box, but you know, I try to clean up some of the wiring as much as I can a little bit. So, and then we'll run a dual antenna because we're running the Radio Link RC8X, and I did the dual antenna setup on our infraction basher. I really liked how that came out. I was able to use one in the stock position and then one out of, I think it was this hole. It was either this one or this one. I can't remember which one I went to, but I actually just opened the hole a little bit, and you're able to like force the tube in there. So, and then we'll pop two holes through the body so it sticks up. We want to make sure we got full range, and we'll be good to go. So stay tuned for part 2. We'll get this guy in. We'll get the motor mounted up. We'll get all the wiring set up. And I'm asking for some comments on what color should we paint it. So we've got some ideas.
Let's do metallic light blue.
See, this guy wants like a metallic light blue. I'm thinking like a candy red and some white. I'm actually thinking more white, like along the whole bottom, and then kind of doing candy red on the top, and then the front nose candy red. So we'll see.
Like here, you know how it's like this color?
Yeah, the red.
Here?
Yeah.
We should do like here, red and
Okay.
like red, white, blue, red, white, blue.
Okay.
Over and over again.
Like America?
Yeah. I want to do that.
Oh yeah. We'll see. I'm not the best painter when it comes out to like laying graphics or any of that stuff. I don't have the full patience for that.
We
But
could do like painting.
yeah.
Like that.
I should let these guys paint it. Maybe not. But shoot me some comments about what you think we should paint this thing, what colors. I'm open to any kind of ideas. I'm really, like I said, I'm really leaning to like the a white and metallic red, you know, candy apple red combo. Thought about doing like a candy apple red and metallic gray, but I'm really, you know, I love white, which is crazy. A lot of people think I'm crazy. So really, I don't have a white car. So it's really leaning that way. But you shoot me some comments. Let us know what you think. And we're going to keep going on this build. But let us know. And really comment, like, subscribe. And really appreciate all your support. So